I have so much to say in such a short video, so let's get started. I'm going to tell you how to get over a breakup. Besides the obvious, you can't talk to them, you can't be friends right away, you need space in order to move on. I'm going to go over some important points after you decide to stop talking to them and make the right decision, and things that can maybe help you feel better along the way. Number 1, do not let anyone ever make you feel weak for expressing your emotions. That is literally the strongest thing that you can do. And it's not easy. And you know what is easy? Numbing yourself. Hiding your feelings, pushing them away, not thinking about them. And if anything, that's the weak thing to do. The only way you're gonna get over this is to address your feelings, okay? Now, when you have really low moments, notice how a lot of the times, right after the low moment, you feel this really high point where you feel really strong and you're like, wow, this is how I can deal with this. Those are the moments where you write yourself notes. You write yourself notes about how you got over it, how you feel now, how strong you feel now, and you write to yourself so that when you have those same thoughts, you have yourself telling you how you got through it and how you can get through it. I mean, yell at yourself if you have to. This whole contest about who cares less, it's juvenile. Let them play those games. You need to be you. You need to be 100% you. Because if you're 100% you, then how can you look back and regret doing something that you would have done 10 times out of 10 because you are you and you are being you? Seriously, it's childish. Caring is human. We are human beings and we do care. So don't stoop to that level. Don't play that game. Accept that you care. Accept that you have feelings. And be patient with yourself. I'm going to tell you how to get over your anxiety. But you have to bear with me, okay? I know this is completely terrifying, but the only way to get rid of your anxiety is to think about your anxiety. Okay, so I'm going to give you an example. Let's say every time I see this object, I feel anxiety. What you want to do is you want to ask yourself, why is this making me anxious? And maybe your answer is, it's making me anxious because this belongs to the person that hurt me. This belongs to the person that left me, that I'm trying to get over. And then from that you realize, okay, but I don't want to be with that person, maybe is your next line of thought. I don't want to be with that person. How could I be with someone who could treat me like that, who could treat me so low? I deserve so much better. I should set their standards to the standards that I set myself to. And then from that you realize how irrational the fear is. And by thinking about it, you conquer it. And if you just, every time you get anxiety, you just don't want to think about it, you just keep pushing it out of your head, you could be solving the problem. Do you get what I'm saying? Your anxiety, think of it like bubbles, right? You have to pop those bubbles. Because if you don't, they're all just gonna clutter and cluster in your mind and they're never gonna go away. And maybe it's gonna come back. But you do the same thing every single time. You address it. You ask yourself, why am I feeling anxiety towards this? Am I feeling sad, angry? What is the emotion that I'm feeling? Why am I feeling that emotion? I can promise you that if you do not address your anxiety, they're only going to add up and your anxieties are never going to go away. I can promise you that. You need to address how you're feeling. Yell at yourself, talk to yourself out loud. I know, it's going to be crazy at first, but it really helps. Every time you feel like you are thinking about this issue, thinking about, oh, they chose this word instead of this word, and you're obsessing over things that happen that you can't change, every time one of those thoughts pops up in your mind, ask yourself, how are you? How are you doing? How am I doing? And answer the question. It can be out loud, doesn't have to be out loud, but say, oh, I'm doing a lot better than I have been doing. I'm a little sad today, I feel a little anxious today. Because this is no longer about what happened, this is about yourself, and this is about how you're gonna get over this, how you're gonna move on. Stay strong. As crazy as your situation may feel, as irrational, as it doesn't make any sense at all, I can guarantee with the amount of people that are in this world that it has happened to someone else. And they got over it. And so can you, just like you've gotten over past relationships before and past issues that you've had in your life. Another thing that helps me, listening to other people. Ask other people, have you gone through this before? And listen to their stories, listen to their heartbreak. And you'll find yourself giving them advice and you're like, hey, maybe I should take that advice. and it also helps to see a different perspective. Most importantly in this entire thing is you have to love yourself, okay? And I'm going to read from my phone because I want to get all of this across and I don't want to forget anything. So this is what I wrote to myself. Hold yourself, cuddle yourself. Say it out loud. I love you, Kelsey. You're a good person, and you're the only person you can guarantee will never leave and will never stop loving you. Okay? You can trust yourself, and that's someone worth loving, and that's someone worth respecting. So be nice to yourself, and you can learn from this, because every relationship is better than the last. Another thing that I have learned recently is when that person leaves your life, a lot of times you feel like there's a void. You feel like there's someone that you told everything to, you were with all the time, and now you feel like there's this void, there's this emptiness, maybe you lost your best friend. And you know how you feel that? You meet new people, you hang out with your best friends, your family, you accept affection from these people. You surround yourself with people and you accept that love. And you love yourself. I can promise you that you are going to get through this. I can promise you. 100%. I believe in you and I know you will eventually get over this. Okay? So stay strong, guys. I hope this helped some of you. Bye, guys.